Now we can also remove characters from a string, and there's two different methods to do it. The first one is the simpler one, the trim method, which is generally used if you want to remove any spaces from the beginning or the end of a string. So like it removes any spaces within your whole string. So like if you don't want if you have like a string which tells you your name, or which contains your name, so like Bikiran Guha, and then I use the trim method, it will basically remove the space in between Bikiran and Guha and make it one single I guess one single word, Bikiran, without any space, and then Guha. So what it does is it looks for the entire string, looks for spaces, and gets rid of that. Now, um, the remove method is comparatively much more flexible. Like you can do a lot of things rather than just remove spaces. You can remove basically any character in a string. You have to just tell it where to start and where to end, and how many characters you want to remove from a string. So here's the syntax and some examples. So if you want to use the trim to trim any spaces, it's your string name followed by period and then trim. If you want to use remove, it's string dot remove, and then in parentheses you have to first say which index to start from. That's the start index. And remember, like arrays and list box and everything, here also each character has an index. In a string, each character has an index. So if my string is Bikiran, so first character B has an index of 1, second character of I has an index of first character of B has an index of 0, and it's exactly similar to like how we know about index in combo box and list box. The first item or the first character here, it starts with a 0, and then it goes on. So if you want to remove the first character, then you say remove in parentheses 0, and then after that argument you have to say how many characters you want to remove. So if you want to remove just the first character, so if you want to make my name from Bikiran to Ikiran, you just want to remove the B, then you say string dot remove 0 for the first index, comma 1. So just you remove one character starting with the first one. If you want to remove multiple characters, you specify how many characters you want to remove. And important point here, so if you do not specify any number of characters to remove, let's say you just put 0 there, and after there's no comma and there's no any number after that, so it'll start from that index and remove anything after that. So if you just say remove in parentheses 0, it will delete the whole string because it starts from the first character and removes everything after that. So let's look at some examples of both methods. The trim property, I mean, is just deletes all the spaces, so nothing more to it rather than that. So you have a customer string, and it basically gets the text inside the customer text box and trims all the spaces out. Now for the remove, you have, for example, to full name is equals to Martha Moransky, and you want to delete the first name, so you say full name dot remove 0, 7. So it starts from the first character M in Martha, and it goes on till index 7, which is actually the 8th character. So Martha itself has a I'm sorry, so it the 7 here is not for the 8th character. 7 is number of characters I want to remove starting from the start index, which here is 0. So starting from 0, remove 7 characters. So Martha gets removed because it has 6 characters, and the space after Martha gets also removed. So we are left with just the last name Moransky. If in the same example or the same string we wanted to remove the last name, we can do remove 6. So it starts from index number 6, which is this space, and then removes everything after that. So I mean, another way of doing the same thing is using remove 6 comma 9 to remove all the 9 characters after Martha. But I mean, you can do it either way. In the last example, you have a first name called Jose, and you want to get rid of the S. So you start with the index of that S, which is 2 because it's the third character, and you say comma 1, meaning that only delete that character. So you start from a Jose to Joe.